So let's see what we can do with the 60 cm, or should I say 120 cm light from Sirui. Every filmmaker needs a tube light. They are large light sources that fit in small places. They can be put directly in the frame and look cool, or they can be put out of frame to make doors look creepy. And since they are so lightweight, you can easily take them with you on every filming trip. Or you can fake your filming trip, build up your tent in your studio and create nice lightning effects with it. If you need some outdoor scenes of your faked filming trip, you can even create a green screen by coloring any white wall green with a bunch of tube lights. Now it should be clear that every filmmaker or content creator needs a tube light. Apart from that, I use it all the time as a rim or a hair light, like now. Look at this. If you're in a room like this one that's not very high, you need a light that's wide and flat, exactly what tube lights are. So if I switch this off and on again, you see this rim around my shoulders, around my hair. I even have one here on this side that bounces back from the wall and gives me this nice fill on the shadow side of my face. And since I don't have much space on this side, no other light would fit in here. I mean, look at this huge softbox here on this side. It literally takes up half of the room. I really use tube lights on every interview I shoot. And the Sirui Duken T120 is a very special tube light. It can be a 60 or 120 cm light. It is telescopic, and I have to say, I haven't seen this anywhere before. So cool. So why would you want a 120 cm light instead of a 60 cm light? Because of the brightness? Not really. If you use the light in the small version, the whole battery power is used to put out as much light as possible on that surface. And if you extend it to double the size, the battery power is distributed over this larger area. So the light level of this bigger area dims down to about 55% of the light level from the short version. But since it's double the size, it produces the same amount of light. And this is a good thing, because that way you can light your scene, expose your camera, and then decide if you want the shorter version or the bigger version, because basically the exposure doesn't change. And a larger light source, of course, creates softer shadows. Here we see that with the short version of the light, it creates harsh shadows. And with the larger version, they are much softer. And especially when you light a face, you almost always want soft shadows. So let's check if we can light my face only with this Sirui tube light. And it looks like this. And here is a comparison to a much bigger and more expensive setup, like a cob light with a 90 cm light dome. They don't look the same because the surface of the light dome is bigger, but I would say the tube light is definitely usable, and you have this insane advantage that you can take this little thing everywhere. Here is what I have to pack when I film with the light dome. The light, the power adapter, the bag with the light dome, a bigger stand that holds the heavy dome. Instead, I could use only the Sirui tube light and a tiny stand because the light is so lightweight. Of course, this only works for setups where you don't need a ton of light. So with all the flexibility, you definitely have an advantage with this light over a normal 60 cm tube light. It can be huge, but it's not bigger in your bag. What do I like about this light? For the quality you get with this, it's really cheap. It's about 215 euros right now, which is almost the same in dollars. And if you buy it with the link in the description and with the discount code Ronald, you even get 10% off. Because this video is sponsored by Sirui. Thank you, Sirui. And I think we should all benefit from that. Of course, Sirui said I should make an honest review about this light, and if I don't like something about it, I will tell you. So what I like about it, it's so small and therefore very portable, but it can get very big and soft. I thought, due to this telescopic mechanism, it must be much thicker than a normal tube light, but it isn't. The Sirui has a diameter of 41 mm, and my Godox TL60s, which are non-telescopic, have a diameter of 39, so only 3 mm difference. When you have a look at my Godox lights, you can clearly see every single LED in it. The diffuser of the Sirui light is much better and more even. I like this stand. You can screw it on to any of the sides. And this is made of metal, really robust, no plastic crap. I didn't expect it to be that good. It comes with 2 clamps as well to mount it on a stand like this. But see how much less space you need when you use the metal stand. It automatically locks in and you need even less space on the ground. And this locking mechanism is no joke. It's very robust and you have this nice release button. The stand has rubber feet and the entire setup is really stable. It comes with this nice bag where everything fits in you need for the light. power adapter, the clamps, of course the light itself, and the metal stand. The light has a CCT mode with color temperature, HSI mode with hue, saturation and intensity, a bunch of effects of course, cop light and so on. Basically what all tube lights offer nowadays. And I really like the app. I've tested other lights where the app was unstable or took forever to connect, but this here connects insanely quickly. The light shows up immediately in the app when you turn it on. Look at this. No light here, we switch it on, 1, 2, 3. And then of course you can dial everything in as you want. And yes, it has DMX, so you could control it with other lights as a part of a stage light show or something like that. I've searched quite a lot to find something that I don't like so much about this light, but in comparison to my older lights, this one here has only advantages. I like it much more and there is really nothing to complain about. So well done Sirui, I like this concept of a telescopic light and I'm really looking forward to shooting with it. And if you want to see my comparison of a cheap and very expensive NT filter, watch this video here, the result might surprise you.